What's good, everyone? I'm basketball mentor Tyler Matthews, and today I'm going to show you 4 common mistakes that every shooter makes, right? I made these when I was coming up, and if you haven't known me yet, I am Tyler Matthews. I played all 4 years varsity. I played D3. I've been lifting and training since I was 8 years old, so I've been doing this for a while now. And I'm going to show you what mistakes I had personally with my shot as a skinny 14-year-old all the way till now, and so we'll get into it right now. The first big mistake that I had growing up was just timing. Timing is super important with your shot because when you're young, your strength is very low. You don't have a lot of strength yet. You gotta build that up by lifting weights, by the way. But other than that, you gotta use your legs, you gotta use your upper body, and when you don't have that strength yet, especially when you're 12, 13, 14, 15, you gotta make sure the timing is perfect so that you get all the strength that you can get. And so what I did a lot when I was young, when I would bring the ball up first and then raise my hips and then shoot it. Well, guess what? The flow is gone. There's the energy transfer, it gets disrupted because nothing's smooth, it's not intact. So I call this shooting with the ball, right? Basically, the ball leads your body. You follow the ball. So if the ball goes up, everything else goes up. My shoulders, my hips, my knees, my ankles, right? Triple extension, as they call it in the lifting world. When we're going up with the ball, everything else is extending, okay? If it's not extending, then the timing is bad, it's wrong, and you're not gonna get as much strength on your shot. So when we're going up, you guys gotta make sure that we're shooting with the ball. And a drill that I love doing, that you guys can do too, is just before you take a shot, especially a spot up shot, I would do this 3 to 5 times. 1, 2, 3, and then go up with your shot and then make it, right? So, and I would also recommend filming your shot so that you guys see the timing of your shot, making sure that you're triple extending as the ball is going. A lot of things that happened before when I was young was the shot would go up and then my hip would go up. So it'd be like this, right? It would be like this, or my hips would, no, that wouldn't happen, but the ball would go early and then my hips would go and then I would shoot it. Just gotta make sure that everything is synced and on time. So that's the first biggest mistake, and I think a lot of you guys are lacking proper timing, and that's what makes Damian Lillard, Stephen Curry, all these great shooters, they're able to shoot so far because everything is synced up with their upper body and their lower body. Another thing that hoopers mess up on their shot, the second thing, is ball hand placement. So I wanted to show you guys how I place my hands on the ball when I'm shooting. So if we look at this ball, let's just imagine a line that goes down the middle of this ball. Right? Number one, the first thing I got to teach you guys is these 3 fingers are the most important fingers on your shot. If the ball is coming off the pinky or the ring finger, usually it goes right or it goes left, right? We got to use these 3 fingers. And so there's 2 options that you guys can do. When you're lining your hands up on the ball, you can do a V with these 2 fingers and the thumb follows like this. This is how I shoot the ball. But I've also done this one where you do kind of like the peace sign, where you go here and the ball is going down the middle and you have it like that, right? Instead of like this, it's like this, right? And so you guys got to make that distinction. But this is when we're trying to figure out what is better. Jason Tatum does this and then I do this, right? Not comparing myself to Jason Tatum, but you know what I mean. Okay, so that's ball hand placement, guys. That's just your shooting hand. But now we'll get into the guide hand. So when we're doing that, so first we line up the shooting hand, right? Just like this. This is how I do it. And then depending on where the ball is, right? A lot of kids do this. They put their hand right on the side, right? I don't know if you guys can see that, but they put it right on the side, right? And that is wrong. You guys got to put it a little bit behind the ball, right? So if this is the side of the ball, right? Hopefully you guys can see that. You guys want to put it a little bit behind, right? You guys see that small change from the side? Like maybe, boom, this right here. The reason why this is so important is because when you're dribbling, when you're dribbling and you're trying to shoot it off the dribble, if you go here and you're picking up on the side of the ball, it is so much easier, especially if you don't have huge hands, to lose the ball and bobble it and all that stuff. So make sure that if your hand is on the side of the ball right now, it goes here, right? So again, we're straddling the middle line with these two fingers or these two fingers. And then the guide hand is not on the side, but a little bit behind, okay? That's the key. Boom, done. After we do that, now we got to get into the wrist position. A lot of people do a flat wrist, right? I see a lot of mistakes do this. The greatest shooters, they have their wrist locked already like that, right? Instead of shooting like this, lock the wrist first so that you're already ready and you're ready to shoot, and it's quick, it's quick. The best guards do this. Peyton Pritchard, Kyrie Irving, Stephen Curry. Their wrists are locked before they even shoot it, right? As soon as they pick the ball up or as soon as they catch it, their wrist is locked. I catch it, wrist is locked, and I'm ready to shoot. So make sure that you guys add that to your game. It increases your release, your timing, all that good stuff. So those were the first three biggest mistakes, right? It's ball hand placement, it's the proper three fingers that you're shooting off the ball, right? These three fingers are the most important. Ball hand placement with your guide hand and your shooting hand. And then the first thing was timing, right? Making sure our hips, knees, and ankles are extending at the same time as the ball goes up. Now the last thing is your feet. So if you guys can see this right here, if my feet, a lot of people either go inward or they're outward with their feet. No matter where your feet are placed, if this is centered toward the basket or if it's a little twisted, that's fine, but you gotta make sure that your feet are facing the same direction. I see a lot of players, I've seen people shoot like this, right? That won't work. Or even right here, penguin. You can't do that. If you're gonna be twisted, just make sure that your feet are facing the same direction as you shoot. I like squaring up personally, so I'm here and I'm facing the basket, all right? But either way, your feet are super important, but what's even more important is your elbow. So even when you're shooting, right, even if I'm twisted and this is the basket, like you guys are the basket, I gotta make sure that my elbow is squared up to you guys, right? Because even if I'm facing this way, if my chest and my elbow is squared up to the basket, ready to shoot it, then I'll be fine, right? You see it all the time with fadeaways and, you know, crazy shots. It doesn't matter if my hips or feet are facing this way, as long as my elbow and chest are squared up, I have a shot to make it. But that's more advanced right now, especially for young, for the youngins. You guys got to make sure square your base up, or at least make sure your feet are facing the same direction. Okay guys, well that's it for the 4 tips on the 4 biggest mistakes that shooters make, especially that I made when I was young. I hope this helped you guys, and I hope this will improve your shot. But the biggest thing of all, the biggest advice that I can give you guys is reps over everything. Just put in reps, put in reps. You guys are not gonna feel good about your shot when you change it, right? I've changed my shot plenty of times, plenty of times, and the thing that always made it better was just quality reps. 200 a day, 6 days a week. Without reps, you will not get better. Sometimes when you're changing your shot, you gotta take 2 steps backward to take 3 steps forward, right? You're gonna suck. You're gonna suck when you change your shot, but you're doing it for the long term of being able to make those shots in game and being able to shoot from range and all that stuff, shoot off the dribble, movement, spot up, right? You're doing it for the long term to better your potential, right? Because your shot limits you, especially if you can't shoot from the 3-point line or even farther. So make sure you guys put in the work always, and until then, please let me know what you guys want to see in the comments. And yeah, if you guys want some one-on-one coaching or training too as well, click the link in the description. Have a good one.